Good afternoon, this is my Chief Executive update for the week starting the 17th of March. Apologies for a slight break in these. I took some leave for half term. I've been playing catch up ever since. So back on track with a bit of luck now. Too much to say in too short a time, so I'll try and canter through it. This has been Social Work Week, the annual week where we celebrate the work done by social workers and associated professions, both in adult social care and children's social care, and there have been a series of events on within the council this week to recognise the work that those staff do. There's a theme each year, or a series of themes, and part of the themes this year has been about data and insight and innovation, and that for me I think was interesting. It sits very much alongside the recognition within the council that we are here to make sure we get the very best outcomes for our population using the very best evidence and obviously the best financial return for the public pound that we work with. So I want to say thank you to everyone involved in our adult social care and children's social care directorate for the sterling work that goes on each and every day of the year. Part of the the improvement journey that Middlesbrough Council has been on financially, or is on financially, and in terms of its governance. Some of you will remember we had a best value notice in place, which it was a level of government intervention about scrutinising or recognising we need to make improvements to our governance, to our financial management. And the best value notice now having been lifted back in July time. We had an improvement board in place, and that was a group of former senior officers from other local authorities and serving politicians in the local government association, and as a management team we've been, for the last year and a half or thereabouts, we've been meeting with them on a regular basis, and that's in a way for them to hold us to account as critical friends about our improvement process. That's been a challenging piece of work for us because it's meant being very open about the improvement work that we've needed to do. We've now got to a point where the improvement board has concluded that we've reached the point where it's appropriate for them to step back. They've written their final report, which their chair, Wallace Sampson, will bring to the next council meeting. But I think it's really important that we recognise the significance of that as a step along the way in our improvement journey. It means we've done the work so that they no longer feel that we need that support from them. And that's a key moment for us, and it recognises the work done by all of you. Similarly, this week we've had into the public domain the report from the Corporate Peer Challenge that I've spoken about before, that took place in January time, and that is current senior officers and politicians from other local authorities coming and spending the thick end of a week with us, talking to partners, talking to many staff about how we deliver services here, and assessing us effectively against a number of domains about financial management, how well we know ourselves, our ability to improve ourselves, engagement with community, the effectiveness of our planning and the rest, our strategic planning. And they have completed a report with actions in that is now in the public domain. And I'm delighted that there's nothing in there that we weren't cited on. So in the sense that we weren't blindsided by anything. There might be a matter of degrees where there's lots of learning we will take from it. But actually, one of the things that they did reflect was that we know ourselves well now, and that's significant, that's enormously significant. And I'll just read just a couple of quick sentences from the report, which is on the Local Government Association website. And it recognises that Middlesbrough Council is emerging from a difficult period characterised by corporate governance culture and financial failure, and during which it's been subject to government intervention. But then it goes on to say, within this challenging context, the council pulling back from the financial precipice in 2024 is impressive. So they recognise that the work that we've done over the last, well, since the point in 2024, when we came very close financially to a cliff edge, we've done a really solid piece of work as a local authority and significantly changed the position that we're in for the better. Now, we're not out of the period where we need to think very carefully, very closely, very professionally about management of finances. Finances in a small local authority are always going to be challenging, but we've really changed our position. They describe it as an impressive turnaround. One of the things they say at the end of their summary is the council's passionate and committed workforce has carried it through difficult times will be the bedrock on which the future council is built. And I want to say thank you to the peer team for recognising that. Thank you to all of our staff group for the way in which they engaged with the peer team, because it allowed them to understand and to see what I know, that actually we are blessed with a uniquely committed, in my opinion, my experience, and passionate workforce here at Middlesbrough. So thank you to all of you. We will take a report to Council on the 26th of March, which will have the Corporate Peer Challenge recommendations and the Improvement Board recommendations in detail in there, along with an action plan for how we will, over the next year or so, work towards those recommendations. But actually, the Peer Challenge, he said, waving it in the air, is an enormous step forward for us and incredibly helpful. Almost said enough today. I'll stop in just a minute. Two more things briefly. We're taking a paper to executive about our neighbourhoods transformation theme. We'll take that at the end of April. That will be the next step forward in terms of Council's transformation journey. And I also had the privilege of attending the staff awards at the Town Hall last week. So I want to say thank you to Sadia Azam and the working group who pulled that together, alongside all the other staff who were assisting on the evening, both at the Town Hall and from HR and other directorates. The evening went very well. It's something for us to build on for next year. I hope everyone had a good time who was there. And for me, the takeaway is that it's not about who wins the awards, it's not about who was shortlisted. Actually, it's an opportunity for us to celebrate the impressive, diverse, complex, challenging work that goes on all across Middlesbrough Council. So it was a moment in time to recognise the work that you all